The next visual schedule that I'm going to show is for a school setting. And for this particular student, I have broken it down into 2 sheets. So I wanted it to be simple, and I also wanted it to be something that would be a little discreet when in the classroom or sitting on a desk or inside of a desk. We don't want it to draw a lot of attention, and we want the student to be independent and make it purposeful. So for him, we wanted it simple, and this is the first schedule I have set up. So it goes with the same thing. First thing in the morning, the student has keyboarding, and so they know that right now I should be doing all tasks related to keyboarding. When keyboarding is done, take it off, put it in the envelope attached to the back. Next I have reading. When reading is finished, I take it off, I go to the back. Geography, science. When those tasks are done, the teacher can either provide this to the student, or it could be in his desk waiting for him, so he knows when all these are done, I go on to my next one. Again, gym, math, English, lunch, and then I have extra cards for the remainder of the day. So then for the afternoon, you're just filling in that visual schedule, setting it up for the student's afternoon. Again, students can show anxiety during school settings, and maybe math is a poor subject for them, so they know that math is coming and it really bothers them and they start to become overwhelmed. You need to decide, is that something that affects the student, and then take caution when putting those things into a visual schedule to make sure that they're not overwhelming the child. Another thing that I did is on these cards, I left a spot at the top, a little gap, so that I can write the time for that student with an expo marker or a whiteboard marker. And so math is from 9:25 to 9:55, let's say. I'm sure it's longer than that. And what you want to do is put that in there so the student knows what time math starts. Maybe they need to switch classes. And then they're not asking, when do I go to English, or when do I go to lunch? You're putting that time on there. Another option is you could make a picture of a clock. If the student can't tell time, make a picture of the clock so that they can see and they can match it up to the clock on the wall. And they know that that is when lunch is, or that is when reading starts. Something else that I don't have a copy of is a break card. It's important for students who need a movement break or need a sensory break to be able to see that. And taking just a blank laminated piece of cardstock, cutting it into little squares and writing break, and again you can write the time on there, putting those into their schedule gives them something to look forward to. It helps them so they're not asking. It can relieve that anxiety because they know it's coming, and can make their day go a little bit smoother. A little different purpose with the school setting than the home setting. Essentially, the way this one is set up is that they know what's coming next and what class to go to next and at what time. With the home setting, they're completing tasks. Now, with the school setting, this could be changed to completing tasks. So let's say in reading, they struggle with following the structure of that reading block. So they need to start by doing a journal writing. They need to silent read for 20 minutes. They need to complete their timed sight words test. You can have individual cards for reading, for math, for English, for geography, for science. All of those things could be broken down further into a more specific visual schedule for them. Again, it really needs to be individualized. It needs to be what the student needs and wants in order to be successful. It needs to be something that the student can follow. The luxury of having a visual schedule is that it is very simple to make it individualized. You can look at your child's needs and their schedule and set it up to be specific to what they need in order to be successful. I hope these answer a few of your questions and help you start incorporating the visual schedules. Send me an email if you have any questions. Thank you.